Even if I'm not actively practicing a multi-partner structure, I do consider myself to be polyamorous, which is someone who has the capacity to love multiple people, have a relationship with multiple people. But I have found as an individual that in the last 10 years or so, it is very difficult to find people in the ethical non-monogamy scene who have their together and aren't polysaturated, which is like already attached to as many partners as they can reasonably keep up with. I've seen it work. I've had it work for myself. It's way more difficult than most people believe. Here's the thing, like, you got to understand, in polyamory and in ethical non-monogamy, you don't control what your partner does. You get to set limits of what you will tolerate, and you are responsible for your own actions. You understand? So if you have a hard line boundary, this is your live-in partner. When we have a date night, you cannot cancel for one of our other partners because you want to go do that more. Like, you have to hold this as sacred, right? If and or when that person breaks your boundary, you have to be willing to leave. You don't get to berate your partner because they up. You can tell them, like, hey, that's not acceptable. This is your last chance. Fine, whatever you're comfortable with. But you don't get to play victim. You have to be prepared to walk. You don't control what your partner does. They're potentially going to do something that is not acceptable for you. You need to take personal responsibility and walk away. And that's where a lot of people up. Oh, my partner's so bad. They did this, they did that. They won't change for me. They're not going to. Leave. Take responsibility. If this is honestly a hard line issue for you, get ready to walk. Pack your bag. Oh, I can't leave. I can't afford it. You shouldn't be dating if you can't self-sustain. How about that? Hot take. If you're in a position where you're only with your partner for economic reasons, that's not a relationship. That's your sugar daddy. You know, like, so if you're cool with that, cool, but don't sit here and tell me like they owe you something, you know, like, I'm sorry, I am popping off. Most people are not prepared for that. They do not have the mental and emotional fortitude. You are responsible to deal with your own jealousy. Your partner is not responsible for making you feel better. If they don't provide you what you need, you have to be ready to leave. Like, you can say to your partner, like, hey, this is the level you need to be at to be in a relationship with me. Don't get in a relationship with someone who can't and won't consistently hit that mark. We all up sometimes, but if they're not hitting that like 80+% of the time, you're actively unhappy in a relationship, it is on you to leave. They're not going to change for you. Because I see people screwing that up even in the most basic hetero dating, very low commitment situations, I would say the vast majority of people cannot handle polyamory because it's everything monogamy has, and it is not ×2, it is squared. The number of partners, treat that like an exponent. It will be that much work. So it's a tough message to get through to people.